to mirror something in Maya, let me just move this here. And now my pivot point is there. Just go up here and select mirror. Now I have to select my axis and I say Y and I can choose the direction. So maybe I have two bars like this and I can say merge border or don't merge borders here. And now if I go into face mode, for example, I select this part and it's not even merged. To turn on symmetry in Maya, you have to go up here where it says symmetry off, and then you select your axis and what to base your symmetry on. So now, because my object is identical, I can use symmetry to move these points. To mirror things in Max, I have to use a modifier, so I choose the symmetry modifier from my list, and then it puts this modifier here on top, and I just choose my axes where to sim, and if I click under it and edit poly, the editing still works, and it uses symmetry as it says. And now Max's great advantage with the modifier stack is that it's non-destructive at this point. So if I go and click symmetry, I can still influence these, and every modification that I did in the edit poly modifier remains. There's also a mirror feature up here in Max, but it's a one-time command. After you mirrored it, you apply it and that's all. So it actually just flips the object in this case. See on the x-axis, I can tell it to copy the object, make an instance and reference and so on. So let's say I copied this object and now it just mirror copied it. I can't modify it in a mirrored way, or it didn't get its symmetry. This is more like an align tool rather than anything else. So even if I use this geometry version, for example, and I click OK, it will create this mirror modifier here, but it just is a modifier. It's still the same tool in form of a modifier, and you can remove it, and that's all. That's the only difference. This is not symmetry. It's not for editing your object in a mirror or anything like that. To mirror things in Blender, let me just create a detail here so the mirror can be visible. You need to apply a mirror modifier here, like so. Choose the axis that you want to mirror on. In my case, I want it to be on Y. And if you press the bisect and it disappears like this, it means that it's flipped. So if I flip it again, it's correct. Bisect actually means that it will actually delete the geo that it's mirroring across. So in this case, it's going from here to here. But if I go into edit mode and do something like this, you see that the mirror is going on both sides. So if bisect is on, it's only one-sided, like this. So this other part, which is not mirrored, is completely ignored. Otherwise, the mirror is bidirectional. You can also adjust the merge here, merge factor here. And you can also use a separate object as an empty, for example, or something else to mirror, and not have this exact origin point be the center of the mirror. So maybe I have something like this. Don't ask me what this is. Just as an example. And I created an empty somewhere in space. And I want to use this empty control the mirror modifier. Because it's much easier than to move the pivot, which I could, but that sucks. There is also a symmetry option in Blender. So if you're in sculpt mode like this, the symmetry button appears here as a butterfly and you can choose the axis. Now if I press Y and start sculpting, it will turn on automatic symmetry. This also appears in edit mode, and it works without adding the mirror modifier, of course. Now, in this case, only some verts are symmetrical, so it will only move those vertices. In this case, these ones. So even if the mesh isn't symmetrical, it will work from where it is. But this, of course, is a destructive way of working, so it's your choice to use the mirror or not.